You know those people who just seem to be busier, but they do so much more than you. They get so much done. It's not like they have more time in the day than you, but they're still able to do all the things, and yet they never complain. But you're right. They don't have more time than you do. They're just probably better at time management. And in this video, I'm going to show you how I use my favorite tool, the Full Focus Planner, to manage my day so that I can do all the things. And by the end of this video, you might even find a few extra hours in your day too. Hey there, I'm Barbara Gobbi, and I help business owners just like you launch and grow your brand using social media, marketing, and productivity tools. If that sounds like something you need, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below so you don't miss a future video. Okay, let's take a look at the Full Focus Planner. This is a 90-day planner. It is undated, so you can start it at any time and just add the dates to it. This one is in olive, and this is from the Megan Hyatt Miller Bold collection, and they come in olive. They have this beautiful red color, eggplant, and this is French blue. So these are the 4 colors in the bold line, and inside each one it has a beautiful pattern. So they're very colorful and very feminine. I just love this collection because the colors are just so beautiful and they just kind of bring me some joy. So this is the olive one that I just got. They also have them in a few different traditional shades. Like this was my first one, which was kind of a dark gray linen. And then they just came out with a brand new one called Sea Blue Linen, which is really beautiful, nice creamy pages. But we're gonna start with this one now for Q1 of 2022. And I'll just walk you through the planner and show you how I set it up. I do use a digital system also. I do use Google Calendar, but I do like writing things down in here also because it's more than a calendar system. It's really a way to organize your goals, your plans, and everything. So when you first open it, it has a space for you to put your name and your contact information in case you ever lose your planner. We don't want that to happen. They do have some different training systems at fullfocusplanner.com/start. So you can see videos on how to set this up, how to create your goals, how to work on your key projects. You're going to create your ideal week. So there's a lot of different tools in here. I also would recommend that you get Michael Hyatt's book, Free to Focus, because it really talks about working on the things that are intentional and will help you towards your goal. Okay, so the first section in here is your annual goals. So you're gonna list all of your goals in a goal statement, what quarter you want to achieve them, and the number, the priority of the goal, and then you can check it off as you hit that goal. And this could be for personal or professional goals as well. Then you have your goal detail pages. So you take the goals that you listed here on page 5, and one by one, you're going to add the details for that goal. You're going to make it a SMART goal, or they say a smarter goal, which is SMART is specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. And then they've added a couple extra letters to that too. And then if it's an achievement goal or a habit goal, achievement goal could be like, I want to add 5 more clients by December 31st. A habit goal could be to start an exercise routine so that I'm exercising every day throughout the week. So that's more of a habit. Then your key motivators. You're going to rank these motivators on why is this goal important to you? Who is this going to help? And why do you want to achieve that goal? And then your next steps. So what do you need to do in order to achieve that goal? What are the next 2 or 3 things that you need to do in this quarter that are going to help you reach that goal? And then how will you reward yourself? And I love this too, because we always want to celebrate those milestones and celebrate those hitting those goals. So how will you reward yourself if you achieve that goal? And if it's a habit tracker goal, this way you can check off that you did this. So if it was, say, I wanted to exercise 4 times a week, you would check off on the days that you actually did that. So I love that about the goal detail pages. You're going to fill one out for every one of your goals, so you have the specific steps to reach your goal. Our next section is the monthly calendar. And as I mentioned, these are undated. So you can fill in all of the days of the calendar, and you can also add important holidays or events are on here. You're going to list your major projects. So what big projects are you going to work on that month? And you can list those all on here. So then it gives you, 3 months for your calendar. And then this is rolling quarters. So you have 4 pages, one for each quarter, and you're going to list the months across the top and the days of the week down the sides that correspond with the dates. And then I like to put on here big things I'm going to be planning for the year. So like trips that I'm going to take, I want to block on here so that when I am planning out my months and my weeks, I know, okay, well, I'm going to be in Orlando this week, so I need to make sure that I'm getting caught up on my work this week so that I'm not in a jam the week that I'm gone, or whatever. So you can kind of plan your other projects around that. So those are your rolling quarters. Then I love this page too. This is daily ritual sheets. So Michael Hyatt's a really big believer in creating these rituals to, start your morning, start your work day, but also starting to shut those things down. So how are you going to shut down your work day, and how will you shut down your day? So you have a morning ritual, a work day startup ritual, a work day shutdown ritual, and an evening ritual. What are you going to do during those time periods, and how long will that take you? So you can add that up. Then this is what I love. So this is my ideal week. So if you could design your perfect week in terms of appointments and how you schedule things, you would put it on here. So this would be your ideal week. And I color-coded my calendar. I color-coded throughout the week, which I'll show you as well. I even color-coded on Google Calendar so that I know that I have a balance of things, and also just visually I know what appointments are coming up. So like purple is all in my personal appointments. So I know I'm going to wake up, do my morning ritual during this time. I only check my email twice a day. Unless there's something urgent, then I'll also check it at lunchtime, but I only check my email twice a day. And this is a really big key to me getting so much done, because I'm not distracted by the dings. And I figure there's enough hours in between that nothing is that urgent. Anything that's that urgent, people will call me or text me. And then I block out times I'm going to work on social media. And this is social media for clients. So I only do that 3 times a week, and I have that blocked. I do schedule time for myself, so I have to take a lunch break, whether I go for a walk or I go read a book or something. I just get away from my desk for a little bit and go spend some me time in the middle of the day. I've blocked out appointment time slots for clients, and if I don't get client appointments during that time, then it's the times that I'll work on client projects as well. So I only do those on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then I also make sure that I include time for my marketing and to work on our membership program too, because a lot of times that becomes an afterthought, and when you don't schedule time to work on your own marketing, then you end up doing it here on the weekends or not at all. And we don't want that to happen. So we want to make sure that you're spending time on your own marketing, whether that's content writing, your own social media, answering DMs, commenting on people, returning comments on social media, something so that you're scheduling time to do this. And the key point of the schedule is so you don't go down a rabbit hole and you don't spend more time than allotted to work on these activities, but also so that it becomes an appointment with yourself. And if I'm not going to break an appointment with a client, I'm not going to break an appointment with myself. So I make sure that I get those time things done. My blue boxes are business building. So this could be setting up appointments or attending networking events or things like that. And then I even schedule time in here when I'm going to pick up my kids, and then when I'm going to check my email again at the end of the day. So I'm really intentional about my times during the week, and the purpose of me having these appointments is, again, so that I don't get distracted. I don't let the day run away from me. And it does happen. I mean, nothing's perfect. That's why why this is your ideal week. But you'll see too, even once I go to work on the weekly calendar, it doesn't always look exactly like this. But if I had my druthers, this is what it would be. Then this section here, these are key projects. So these are important things I want to keep an eye on during the quarter that are going to help me reach my annual goals. So, whether it's working on my nonprofit committees or creating new marketing packages or launching my membership again, I want to keep these projects on here. And then these are also part of my weekly big three, so that I'm keeping my eye on the prize and making sure that all of the activities that I do are leading towards me reaching my goals. Okay, now we get into our weekly pages, and there is one page for each day, and I like to use washi tape when I start my Mondays, so it's easy to find that week. It's kind of just creates its own tab, so I just add a little piece of washi tape here, and the first thing I do is I fill out my calendar, and I do this every Friday, so I fill out my calendar for the next week, and you can see now it doesn't look exactly like my ideal week because I do have a client meeting on Monday, which kind of goes against I only meet clients on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but this is a long-standing client that we do every other week. And then I've blocked off time to do social media, email, my own marketing, picking up my son, and then this is a meeting that I have every Monday. Then the next thing I want to do is add my big three. So these are the big, most important three things that I need to do on that day that are going to help me reach my goal. So for here, it was creating my schedule for our membership for the whole month, and working on my new client packages. And then I might list other tasks here as well. And what I typically do is list all of my tasks that I have to do. My entire to-do list goes on here. And that's why I like to tab it, because I'll go back and forth and move tasks from this other task list onto the big three for that day. So that's how I use this. And then you can check it off when it's done, or if you're going to defer it, so you're going to move it to another day. Then I love this has this note section. So this is where I put notes. So then I have this washi tape here. This one says, today I am grateful for, or I have another one that says my biggest wins. And I use this on these when I'm going to be doing journaling, so that it's a journal prompt for me. And that's how I start every day. Part of my morning ritual is to journal a little bit about the day. And then I check off to make sure that I did my morning ritual, my workday startup, my workday shutdown, and my evening ritual. I check those all off. And then you can see you have your whole week set up here. Then at the end of the week, you have your weekly preview. So this reviews what worked, what didn't, what you're going to do different next week. So it kind of wraps up your week, and that's why I love doing this on Fridays at the end of the day. So my biggest win. So I list a few different major accomplishments that happened that past week, and then an after action review. So you want to refer to your weekly big three, which you'll set up here, and then you'll put on here, how far did you get? So for example, if I had 4 new YouTube videos, but I only completed 3 of them, then I would say I was 75% complete. My monthly email campaign, let's say I got all those done, so I'm going to list 100%. And then I'm going to say what worked and what didn't. So why did I only get 3 out of 4 videos done? It could have been because I got distracted, a client had an emergency, I got derailed, or my child got sick and I had to go pick them up. So what worked and what didn't? And then what will you keep, improve, stop, or start doing the following week? Then we look at those lists that we had deferred. So we wanted to sweep them over into the next week. So we're going to go back and review all of those activities that we didn't get to accomplish. And then we're going to do a weekly overview and what are some important things that you want to do here. So we started, it has a personal and a professional. So personally, I was able to start New Year with healthy habits, and I completed my annual plan. So those are going to be some of my personal and professional goals for that first week of the new year. Then on the next page, I love this page too. This has big blocks because you want to focus on what are some big projects that are going to be coming up this week that you need to be aware of. So for example, I have a presentation on this Tuesday and this Thursday. I need to write those on here so that I'm on Monday and Wednesday, I'm making sure that I have my presentation ready, that I have a babysitter ready so that I can do these presentations. And I just like to list big important things that are kind of out of the norm of what my weekly schedule is typically. Then here's where you're going to list your weekly big three. So these are the 3 things you want to accomplish next week that are going to be the big 3 rocks that are going to help you reach your goal. Again, your weekly big 3 and your daily big 3 shouldn't be to-do lists. It should be tasks that you're going to do that are going to help you inch forward closer to your annual goals. So don't get caught up in making it part of your to-do list. Like I have to send that client email. That isn't part of your annual goal or doesn't help you get to your annual goal, then, don't add those as a weekly or a daily big 3. Then the self-care planner, and I love this too. So this has sections for you to list, what are your plans for and some ideas to get better sleep, make sure you go to bed on time every night and maybe taking a bath before bed just to calm down and relax. Eat. So what healthy habits are you going to have this week? Do you need to meal prep or go to the grocery store? Map out your menu for the week. Movement. Are you going to exercise? And what days are you going to exercise? What type of exercise are you going to do? Connect. Are you going to have lunch with your friends or maybe a date night with your husband? And then relax. How are you going to practice self-care and take care of yourself? It could be part of that, taking a bubble bath at night. So I love these sections too because it's so important to take care of yourself so that you can accomplish all those other things. And then you move into the next week. So then we're going to flip back towards the end of the planner, and as again this is a quarterly planner, so at the end you're going to have a quarterly preview, kind of like we did the weekly preview, but now we want to look back and reflect on your biggest wins for the entire quarter. How far did you get on those quarterly goals? What worked and what didn't? What will you keep doing and what will you improve upon? What will you start doing and what will you stop doing? So it's kind of like we did on the weekly, but it's going to give you more space because we want to review the whole quarter here. And then, let's go back and review your annual goals, your life plan, how does all of this fit into your long-term vision for your family, for your finances, for your relationships, for your business, and how do they connect with your annual goals? Is what you're doing this quarter helping you get closer to those goals? Then you want to look at your monthly calendar review. So going back to those rolling quarters, and has anything changed in there that you need to add? Go back and look at that ideal week. I told you that ideal week is just ideal, but it may change on new schedules, new habits, new goals. In your daily rituals, how are you doing on those? Maybe some of them you need to pay attention to a little bit more. And then those daily pages. And I always like to check in every month, and I even schedule it on my calendar to do what's called a tune-up. So I look at sometimes, we can start a habit or start a goal and kind of get off track. So that tune-up that I schedule for 8 a.m. on the first of every month helps me check back in with my goals, get back on track, so it's not October, November, December, and you realize you were completely off base. Then the rest of the book has quite a few journal pages in here. So if you need to take notes or minutes or brainstorm, we've got some ideas. You have lots of pages, about 10 pages in here that you can do that on. So that is how I set up my full focus planner. As I mentioned, I also do use a digital calendar on Google Calendar, and I sync the two of these, but I really like writing things down, having a place where I can visually see everything, your goals, your plans, your ideal week, and your schedule all in one place. So I hope you want to try out the Full Focus Planner too, and let me know if you find some extra hours in your day. Thanks for watching today's video on how I use the Full Focus Planner to manage my day. And I'll have a link in the description below so you can learn more about the planner. And if you do use it and you find a little extra time in your day, tell me in the comments below how you would spend it. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I drop another future training video. Bye for now.